Hey guys, welcome to Touch the Tech. So in today's topic, we are going to see about SAP ABAP Classical Report with all the events that are available in the program. Okay, so these are some of the basic events which are available in the SAP ABAP report. Okay, so we are going to see about how to use all the events in the report and create some report like this. Okay, so here we have two radio buttons and this is going to be a classical report. And if you execute, this is a very basic program and we'll get to see how the events are utilized in the program. Okay, and also how the radio buttons are working. Okay, apart from this, in this video, we are going to see about ABAP 7.4 coding standards. Basically, we have huge varieties of ABAP codings right from the starting. Okay, it was something like in the year 2012, the way ABAP coding was available, it is totally different now, and we don't have to declare any data. So all this we are going to see under ABAP 7.4 coding standards. And how to create a variant, that also we'll be seeing. How to create radio buttons, how to create a transaction code, how to enable or disable parameter in a selection screen. Also, we'll see some of the shortcuts which are available in SAP. Apart from this, do subscribe my channel and like my videos. Okay, so here we'll also see HANA database, okay, CDS, AMDP views, HANA modeling techniques. Basically, I'm a HANA consultant. So I'll be telling you about how to utilize CDS views, how to utilize AMDP views, what is a modeling technique which is available, also Adobe Forms, workflows, MF flows, and ST flow, everything which will be later. I'll be sharing the videos in my page, so like and subscribe it. Also share with your friends. So also I'll be explaining about HR ABAP, in which we have logical database and using macros, etc. So let's get started. These are the few events which are available in the classical report. Okay, so I'll explain one by one. Load of program is something that loads the program into the memory. Okay, for example, I would say if I'm having a submit button, okay, submit, and I'm calling this report. Okay, so what load of program does is it will execute the program before the value gets executed in runtime. It is basically something which happens at the runtime, and the whole program is loaded to the memory. Okay, then initialization. In initialization, we have values which I've already created a program. I can even show this. So I've been assigned few values to the parameters by default. Okay, so that is initialization. That is something which I'm assigning the values to the particular parameter or selection screen. Okay, then at selection screen. At selection screen is used for the purpose of validation. Okay, and at selection screen on. Okay, at selection screen on is something which occurs at PBO, process before output. Okay, so this happens, which I'll be showing an example also. Other than this, we have top of page, end of page, which occurs at the top and at the end. Okay, and we have start of selection and end of selection. So all these 5 things we'll be checking it out in the program. Okay, so as I said, we are going to use ABAP 7.4 coding standards, just the basic standards, not everything. It is like a huge thing. So I'll be showing you a few basic things like how to write a select query and how do you write a loop and a read statement very easily without declaring any data previously. So this part of data declaration is not needed in ABAP 7.4 at the maximum. I mean, there'll be some need for the data declaration, but at maximum rate we can avoid it and we can start writing the code. And apart from this, we'll be checking I'll be telling you few of the shortcuts every time in my program. So please do subscribe and follow my page so that you'll be getting a lot of tips and tricks in the point of interview process, so that it'll be very easy for you to clear the interview as well. Okay, so few basic examples like /o is something to create a new session. /o S11. This is for some people who don't know about this, okay? Not for everyone. People who know can just skip it, okay? /n SE22, okay? Or SE38 I'm giving, okay? So this will, in the same session, it will create a new program. Sorry, I'll just create. In the same session, it will create another program, okay? And /i is for closing the session. And if you give /nex, it will close entire session. Like for example, in this I have two sessions, both the sessions will be closed, so that is /nex. Okay, apart from this, few things like if you give control plus O, okay, control plus O, and give the line number. If I'm giving line number 22, it will go to line number 22, okay. If I'm giving line number 40, it will take me to line number 40, okay. And apart from this, if you want to make, say for example, I have declared a data, okay. So something like this is created in all lowercase. If I want to make it as uppercase, what I'll do is give control plus U, which will make it uppercase. Everything will be made uppercase. And if I give L, it will be made as lowercase. That is control plus L will be made as lowercase. Okay. And few other techniques which I'll be explaining you later. There are so many other shortcuts as well. Okay. So we'll be seeing one by one when I'm creating. So here, as I said, we'll be seeing about the data declaration data. So I've already created. So here we have a report already created. Okay. So I'm going to just copy this and I'll be showing you one by one what is the use of each events and how it is utilized. Okay. So this reports here I've used occur0. Occur0 is something which allocates memory to this internal table. Okay, say for example 4 KB of memory for every occur0 is populated. So I'll be having occurs1, occurs2 as well, which will be keep on increasing, like 4 KB extra for every other occurs1, 2. Like for example, if I'm having occurs1, it will be 8 KB of data. So 4 plus 4 plus 4, it will keep on increasing. So this is something like the very old ABAP coding, which was utilized at the year like 2012 to 2015, something like that. But now it has completely changed and we don't even declare the data. Okay, so occur0 is not needed as of now, but I'll be just showing you how things change. So not to waste the time, I'm just copying the entire code so that I don't have to type one by one to show you. Okay, so here I'll be declaring the selection screen and I'll explain you the selection screen completely. Okay, so begin of block with frame title text. Okay, so this is how you declare this. You should already be knowing how to declare a selection screen and stuff. This is how we declare. Okay, with frame title text 001. Here in 001, say I can give as input for selection screen, and I activate this. Usually what you do is save, check and activate, but you know, we know that the things are right, so we directly activate it. It automatically gets saved. So we can see that this value has already been created. Okay. To make it easy for you people, I've copy pasted the code. Okay, so I'll be providing the link in the description so that you can check it out, the programs, and just copy paste in your program and you can start checking how it is being done. Okay, so here we have the selection screen. Okay, initialization, add selection screen output, add selection screen, start of selection, top of page, end of page, and end of selection. Okay, so each events will be, I'll be explaining in deep and detail how it is being done. Okay, so inside this we have each parameters and select options, and inside this block we also have this radio button which is created. Okay, yeah, so P underscore works is nothing but the plant details for each material. In MARC table we get the plant details of each material. Okay, and this is the purchase order detail. Usually we have EKKO and EKPO table, that is a master table for checking the purchase order. Okay, this is the header table, and the EKPO will be the item table for MM. So I'll be also sharing with you the MM flow and ST flow, where you can learn how MM stuff is done and ST stuff is done. Okay, so I'll be also sharing what are the important tables like this, so that at interview point of view you can answer everything easily. Okay, so here if I execute, I can see that I have plant and purchase order. So how I'm assigning is, for this S underscore EBLN, I'm going go to text elements and selection text. If you check here, for this P underscore works, I have assigned the name plant, and for this S underscore EBLN, I was assigned purchase order. So I'm directly activating, since I know this is correct. No need to do save, check and activate, I can directly do it. So I'm getting the plant name and the purchase order name. Okay, and I will be checking about the radio buttons which is being created. So for this radio button, this is nothing but the plant details, and this is the purchase order for material details. So I'll be clicking here, double click here in the text, material details and plant details. So I think I've put in reverse, I'll just copy paste it. Material details, yeah, now it is correct. Activate, coming back. If I execute, plant details and material details. Okay, so this, our selection screen is ready now. Now we'll go to the events, initialization. So I've already explained the load of program. Now we are going to initialization. Okay, so as I said, initialization is for assigning values. So as we saw P underscore works already, for this parameter I'm assigning some default values like 1001, and this is the select option. Okay, so for which I'm assigning a default value of this. So if I execute, you can see the default value 1001, and this is the purchase order number. Okay, so I hope you have understood about initialization. Next we are going to add selection screen output. In add selection screen output, it is nothing but it is the process before output. Okay, so for example, add selection screen output, if you see, I have plant details. Okay, so whereas see, for plant details, I'll be fetching this plant detail, plant value which I'm having, this parameter value, and I'll be putting it in the selection screen and I'll be executing it. Whereas for this material details, I'll be using only this parameter. Okay, that which is purchase order. I'll be putting it in the select query and I'll be using it. So this will be in disable mode. Okay, so when I'm clicking this material details, okay, you can see that it is changed. I can enter only material purchase order details, not the plant thing. So this and all we'll be handling at add selection screen output. Usually we know that we loop at screen, okay, and add all the values and changes to it. I'm not going to explain everything in detail about here because I'll be showing other sessions also, and I don't want to waste the time also. It is very simple. Just you have to give this value, and if you give modify screen, it will automatically be changed. Okay, I hope you have understood why the purpose of the event is utilized. The major thing for which I made this video is to make you understand about the events, not the entire coding. Okay. So after this add selection screen output, we are going to add selection screen. Add selection screen is used for validation purpose. Okay. For example, okay, I'm giving a purchase order. Okay. Where if I click here, I'm giving it. Say I'm entering a wrong purchase order, okay, and I'm trying to execute it. So what should happen? It should throw an error message because the purchase order doesn't exist. See, no records available. So how I've handled this? So this is called validation. Okay. So how the thing I've handled is I've put a select query. Okay. Here I'll be passing the select option value which I've got in selection screen, which I've already declared. Okay. I'll be passing this to the query. Okay. Size bar C. Okay. If the value is 0, it means that this is a success. If the value is other than this, that is not equal to 0, it means that it has failed. Okay. If either failed or the value is completely initial, that means the value is completely empty. Okay. Say for example, the value, I'm not entering anything inside the purchase order. It's completely empty. Then also the error will be seen. Okay. So inside this, which have set a message, and I'm throwing an error message. So this is with the add selection screen, that is used for validation purpose. Okay. Then we go to startup selection. Startup selection is where you write all your select queries and stuff. Okay. Usually what we should do is use a perform statement and write. Okay. This is how we declare a perform statement and write. But as of now, there is no need for it. Okay. So I'm just creating without perform, but you people, whenever you're creating a report, make sure you use your subroutines perform as well. Okay. So it'll be easy for the person who is viewing it can understand it very well. Okay. So at the time of code review, the person can easily understand, and it makes you a professional person as well. When the person reads it, he can understand that you have written the code in a professional way. Okay, so here I'm going to paste the startup selection, and I'm also going to show you how it is used in ABAP 7.4 coding. Okay, so here you can see the select query which is being written, for which the data declaration is already done. Okay, so as I told you, we are not going to use this data declaration, but we are going to use ABAP 7.4 coding technique, and I'll show you how it is done. Okay, I just want to compare and show you how previously code was written and how now it is written. Okay, so I'm going to use the same field. Okay, the only change is I'm going to put comma here. Okay, everything is going to be the same, but without declaring the data, you have to put ampersand, at data and this value, where and you are giving at symbol here. Okay, so the error was nothing but the loop statement which was already declared. Okay, so here we have the select query. which is being written, and it is completely working fine. And we are not declaring any data here. Okay, it is directly declared here, and you are passing the value using at. Okay, and the next thing, we are going to see how to write a loop condition, loop statement. Okay, loop at this internal table, I'm going to use a field symbol. That's it. We don't have to declare any field symbol also. It is automatically declared. Okay, but make sure every time you use the same loop again, don't declare the same field symbol, but use a different name. Say, for example, plant 1, plant 2, something like that. Okay. So things have been made very easy now. In ABAP 7.4 coding technique, you don't have to write entire code. Okay. So this loop statement is already written here. We're going to pass the same thing here, but with the field symbol. Okay. I'm going to replace with this internal table. Okay, and this one. Always use Pretty Printer. Don't forget to use this. It aligns your code. Okay, and activate. Here is go to utilities. Okay, settings, Pretty Printer. Okay, and you have this stuff. You can change the settings over here also. Okay, so select query is written and loop is also written using ABAP 7.4. Okay, you can use same read statement also like this. You can use binary search and stuff, and just by declaring, you don't have to declare any work area, you don't have to declare any field symbol. Everything is like very fast. You can do it like this. Okay, so I'm going to remove the old code. That's it. 4-5 lines is enough to complete the entire thing. I've told you same thing. Okay, I'm going to utilize commas. So this IT_Pono, and then I'll be doing the loop statement. Okay, and I'll be replacing this thing. Okay, assigning field of symbols. Good, it's done. So there are more of ABAP 7.4 coding techniques which I'll be sharing in my future videos. Okay, this is just the basic video where you can understand at the base level. If I say everything at the same time, you'll get confused, and I didn't want to do that. And here I just copied this. Okay, and I'm going to replace this, replace one. Done. Okay, Pretty Printer. Okay, so we have put the select query here in start of selection. So as I told you, always try to put a perform, and inside the perform you start putting everything inside. Okay, so that it looks neat and clean. That's the only objective. And we also do Pretty Printer. Okay, next we have top of page. So as I told you, top of page is nothing but when you are displaying a classical report, you need some header informations, which we are going to see now. I don't want to take more time on this, So basically this is the radio button 1 and radio button 2 coding. Okay, so U line means underline. Okay, so I've given this material number, plant status, group and everything. Okay, so let's see. I need to give the other informations as well. Okay, I'll show you how this works. So end of page, okay, I'm giving it here, and end of selection. So regarding this end of selection usually we try to show something at the end. Okay, we use that, but mostly in a classical report it is done. Okay, apart from this, when we are doing ABAP HR coding, okay, I'm basically a ABAP HR developer also. I used to develop the code there. It's little different, not the entire thing. So there we used to give get per now. Okay, so we used to fetch the data from the logical database, okay, and display it there. So when we are using get per now, it's something like a loop as well as a selection screen, that is start of selection. So inside which the values will be circulated. It's like an internal table. We are passing it like in a loop. What we do is same thing. Okay, then after using get per now, we use end of selection so that it comes outside the loop, and there we start to write the code. Okay, so that is the main purpose of end of selection. So at an interview point of view, you can tell the interviewer that end of selection is mostly used in a ABAP HR case, okay, where after writing the get per now, okay, it's like a loop. We populate all the values inside an internal table, and then we go to the end of selection and we start writing the logic, or we display an ALV, or whatever we do. Whatever logic we write, it comes after the end of selection. So this is the end of selection. But here in the classical program point of view, we're not doing that. Just a simple understanding way. I'm just giving the code. Okay. I've given this. Wait. Yes. So yes, I've left out the start of selection. Okay. So start of selection and top of page was not declared, so I've done it now. Okay. So this is with the program. So I'll be sharing this entire program in the description below, so you can check it out. So this is not needed for us. Okay. So I hope I've covered all these things. Okay. So ABAP 7.4 coding, I've told you about the basic things, what is needed. How to create a ready button, yes, I've told you. Enable or disable parameter, yes, which is done in at selection screen output. How to create a transaction code, this we'll be checking it out. Okay. And how to create a variant. Okay. So creating a transaction code, before which we'll see a variant. What is a variant? Okay. So here, say I want to give a material. Say for example 003. Okay. And I want to save this as a variant so that somebody else who use it can easily check and understand. Click on save. A variant is saved. So when you have like 10 or 15 parameters and select options, radio buttons and everything, you don't have to type all the values again and again to understand. It's like a waste of time. So you save it and create a variant. So for getting the variant, just double click here. All the values like 10 or 15 parameters will be automatically populated. So that is the use of creating a variant. And next, we're going to see how to assign a transaction code. So we go to this T code called SE93. Okay. So test program, I'm just creating it. Okay. Test demo, and I have a program and selection screen, so I'm giving this. Okay, so I have to give the program's name here, and I'll just click all these and save it. As of now, I'm saving it in a local object. So whenever you're giving this T code /o this T code, it automatically takes you to the program which we have created. So it's very simple to create a transaction code. So I believe I've covered all these, okay, and I've also mentioned some few shortcuts for you. And apart from this, we have seen all the events. So be in touch. I'll show you more about this codings and stuff in my other videos. So subscribe and like it. You'll get definitely good updates about all the interview process, how to clear an interview, how to be an SAP ABAP consultant, and what are the latest technologies that is being available, like UI5 and everything that I'll be discussing in the new videos. So thanks a lot. Bye bye.